What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of Meat on the 50. Yes, it is time. It is time to break down NFL week number 12 action. And yes, we got a great schedule on hand for you. I'm not going to make that promise, but yeah, we got a great schedule for you. It's coming up. It's coming fast. It's going to be nice and easy. So without further ado, let's start the show. Welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of Meat on the 50. Yes, we are back to review and pick the action ahead of us in the NFL, which is week number 12, and it's going down. We got some decent games this week, and we're going to get into it. We're going to break it down. Hi, how's it going? I'm Jacob Cutler, one half of the Sports Guys, and as always, joining me, he is the other half of the Sports Guys. He's none other than Mr. Brandon Sullivan. Brandon, how you doing this week?
Ready for another week of football, Jake. Hopefully it's a little bit different than last. So.
Yeah, last week was definitely heartbreaks for both of us. Thankfully, my team is on the couch reevaluating their lives, thinking of like deep thoughts, and hopefully turning things around because my God, it's been terrible. For yourself.
Actually, hopefully not. So Zach Taylor can get the boot.
Well, that's true. He needs to go. That whole staff.
He can get a higher draft pick too.
Go, yeah.
He can use that on a defensive player. Yeah.
Whole staff needs to go. My goodness gracious. Your team, obviously, yeah, that heartbreak loss last week. My God, that was terrible as well. But much better chance of making the playoffs than my team. 1,000,000%. Let's review how we did last week. Let's put it up on the screen for yourself. 10-4, 0-1 in your guaranteed victory. The Chiefs, unfortunately, let you down. It happens.
Fortunately, let me down.
Fortunately, that's true. Good way to look at it. Myself, 8-6, 1-0, my guaranteed victory. Texans absolutely embarrassing the Cowboys. I mean, Cooper Rush should not be in the NFL. Overall for the season, that puts us at, for yourself, I forget how to talk. 106-60, 7-4 on your guaranteed victories. For myself, 166 and 9-2 on my guaranteed victories. Yeah, domination. Both cracked 100. I'll take it. I will take it. Let's wipe those off the screen and let's get into, let's put the quick picks up on the screen. Let's get into it. All right, let's get those quick picks up on the screen. We got some quick pick games, but if you are a fan of the Falcons, the Bills, the Bengals, the Saints, the Jets, the Jaguars, guess what? Your team is not playing this week. Yes, we have 6 teams on bye in week number 12. So it's going to be very rapid paced action this week. Starting us off for our quick picks, we got on Thursday, we got the 8-2, unbelievably 8-2 Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Dookie Town, to Dookie Land to take on the 2-8 Cleveland Dookies. What do you got for me?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we're going with the Steelers. We're going with the Steelers in this one. That's begrudgingly going with the Steelers. Moving on to Sunday morning, we got the 8-2 Minnesota Vikings traveling to the 4-6 Chicago Bears. What do you got for me?
Give me the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm going to go Vikings as well. Bears might put up a fight like they did last week, but I'm going to go Vikings. Next up, we got the 9-1 Detroit rolling Motor City Lions traveling to the 5-6 Indianapolis Toilet Bowl Colts. What do you got for me?
Give me the best team in the league, the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, this one's an easy one. We're going Detroit Lions handling business there on the road. Although this could be a game that they fall. It just has one of those feelings, but I think they'll handle business. Next up, we got the 3-8 New England Patriots traveling to the 2-8 New York Football Giants. What do you got for me?
What was that?
Oh, no. Excuse me. Rewind. We got the 3-8 New England Patriots traveling to the 4-6 Miami Dolphins. What do you got?
I was like, wait a minute, is this a match that you just created?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Am I gonna watch this on Madden or something? Like, what
the Battle of the East? Okay, Battle of the East. 3-8 New England Patriots, 4-6 Dolphins. What you got for me?
Even the Dolphins they're playing better.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins as well. They're a lot hotter than the Patriots. But although Drake May looking good. Next up, we got the 4-6 Tampa Bay, the Baker Bay Buccaneers traveling to the 2-8. They're going to New York. They're taking on the New York Football Giants. What do you got for me?
Yeah, give me Tampa Bay in this one.
Yeah, we're going with the Baker Bay Buccaneers getting the job done there in New York with Tommy DeVito taking over. The Giants absolutely screwing over Drew Lock. Next up, we got the 3-7 Dallas Cowboys traveling to the 7-4 Washington Commanders. What do you got for me?
You got to give me the Washington Redskins on this. Got it.
Yeah, I'm going with the Washington Commanders 100%. Dominating. I mean, at this point, every game you're picking against the Cowboys because of how bad Cowboys are the team you pick against in the NFC. The Jaguars are now the team you pick against in the AFC. Like, in those teams, you can just predict that they're going to lose those games. So we are going with the Commanders getting the job done. Next up, we got the 9-1 the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to the 3-7 Carolina Panthers. What do you got for me?
Give me the Chiefs in a guaranteed victory.
Yeah, I mean, we're going Chiefs in a double guaranteed victory, baby. Yeah, we got another double guaranteed victory on the year. We're both going Kansas City Chiefs to dominate the Carolina Panthers and absolutely take out that frustration of last week. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly, folks. Next up, we got the 2-8 Tennessee Titans traveling to the 7-4 Houston Texans.
Easy. Houston Texans.
Yeah, we're going Texans. That's one's easy as well. Next up, we got the in the afternoon, our only quick pick game in the afternoon. We got the 6-5 Denver Broncos traveling to the 2-8 Las Vegas Raiders. What do you got for me?
I don't know what went on with the quarterback situation. Just the front office, the quarterback, the coaching, the Devontae Adams, the Josh Jacobs, the everything. Okay, Mark Davis, sell the team. Mark or just I don't even know what to say. Get out of your own way, like Jed York got out of his own way. Like you suck. You're literally terrible. I say that with passion for my friends. Like
I got you. Yeah.
Let's go with Denver here. Go with Denver here. But I mean, I don't know what to say about the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm at that point also. Denver Donkeys getting the job done. Bo Nix looking absolutely incredible there for Denver. I love it. Good for him. Quick thing on Bo Nix. I know it's quick picks, but quick thing on Bo Nix for those of you out there. Everybody loves that the guy who's only in college for the shortest amount of time, or the guy who's a star for a year. But the people like Bo Nix, the often overlooked journeyman collegeman who's been, in college for a ton of time, who's taken thousands upon thousands of snaps. Yeah, that is the guy you want to invest in, because that is the guy who is game ready. Cute and flashy is awesome. A guy who comes in game ready is the guy that you can build your franchise around. I don't like the Denver Broncos. I'll be 1,000,000% honest. Their fans absolutely suck. No disrespect to their fans. All the disrespect to their fans. Yes, I mean that. But you guys are terrible. But Bo Nix, man. He gets crap for playing in college for forever. Who cares? He's in the NFL. All those snaps have now paid off, and they will. So good for Bo Nix. My little tidbit on Bo Nix there. Denver Donkeys get the job done against the Raiders. All right, that's it. That is done. That is all for quick picks. Nice and easy. We have 6 teams on bye. Obviously, way less games. So that's going to do it for quick picks. Let's talk about these games that actually matter. And it's basically the bottom half of the schedule for the rest of the week. We got NFC West matchups that we're mainly going to focus on, and then the Monday night game. I mean, we kind of have to talk about that. But our first game that we're going to talk about is a big one. We got the 5-5 San Francisco 49ers coming off a devastating loss last week. They're traveling to Green Bay. They're taking on the 7-3 Green Bay Packers. Massive game, massive implications. If this were Aaron Rodgers in the past, you feel kind of good. We don't know how Jordan Love is against this Niner team. What do you got for me? What do you think? What are your thoughts? What's going through what's coursing through those veins? What's going through that mind?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of things. Obviously, the Packers didn't have the best game last week. They were saved by a blocked field goal. They probably should have lost to the Bears, but they have their number. the same way the Niners have had the Packers number in the past. And so, it's going to be a really good game. The Niners, on one hand, they know that this is a must win. If you don't win this game, you're essentially out of the playoff hunt. But on the other side, when you on the other side of the coin, the Green Bay Packers want to get revenge for, the divisional round game that happened at Levi's, where they were, a player or two away from potentially beating us. So I got to roll with my team. I think it could go either way, but I think this is going to be probably the game of the day, maybe the game of the week, possibly. But I do expect the Niners to bounce back. And I'm really hoping, I know George Kittle was limited in practice, but I'm really hoping that he plays, because we are razor thin with, obviously Ayuk out and then George Kittle out. And then, we can't rely on, Parasol, who's in his first year. So it's going to be big. It's going to be big. Does Charvarius Ward come back? Does Bosa play? I think there's a lot of question marks, but I'm going to take the Niners in a close one.
Yeah, this game is going to be a good one. I think this game is going to be a good one. I wonder if this game going to be on Fox. Is this Brady's game?
Brady's game, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah. I mean, it should be a good game. Very competitive game. I mean, man, the Packers, heart fight. I mean, they do have the Bears number. All the Bears reaction videos, if you have not seen them, they're phenomenal. Go do yourself a favor and just go watch all the Chicago Bears reactions to that game. It's absolutely hysterical, dude. It's absolutely the heartbreak. I could feel the heartbreak through the phone. You could just feel it. They were so excited. Block kick happened, and it's just utter devastation. Utter devastation. Originally, I wrote down the Packers. But then I got a strange feeling in my stomach. And I was like, you know what? I could see the Packers winning this game. But I could also see the Niners upset, angry. Wanted to get back one. Wanted to steal one, just like one was stolen from them. And it got me thinking. Do I think the Packers are going to win? I mean, do I? No, baby. We're going with the San Francisco 49ers to steal one, just like a game was stolen from them, to steal one there in Lambeau Field. And I think it's going to come down to the one and only Mr. Jake Moody to get the job done. Mr. Consistency, as I like to call him. I mean, the most consistent kicker in the NFL, right? No, he's consistently inconsistent. That's what we like to call him. Mr. Inconsistent is what Jake Moody actually is. We got
Mr. Consistently Inconsistent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's Jake Moody. We got the Niners stealing one there in Green Bay. I'll support.
Well, he's Moody, right? He's Moody. He's up and down.
Those mood swings. Mood swings. Dude, yeah, it's gonna come down to the most consistently inconsistent player in the NFL, which is Mr. Jake Moody, and I think he's gonna get it done. I think he's gonna get it done there in Lambeau Field, stealing the victory there from the Green Bay Packers, just like a victory was stolen from them. Next up, we got the 6-4 Arizona Cardinals traveling to the 5-5 Seattle Seahawks. This is NFC West week. Man, that's hard to say. NFC West week. What do you got for me on this interesting matchup? Can the Seahawks do it again?
No. Nope. I got Arizona winning this game. They always win in Seattle. So that's like Arizona, Glendale, State Farm Field version 2. North State Farm Field is what we call it.
Northern Arizona. Northern Arizona.
Kyler Murray about to go in there and just do his thing. Geno Smith. Oh my God, I wish I could. Oh, just the stupid Steph Curry thing. Oh my God, I want to. Oh. You lost 6 straight games to the Niners. You got lucky that everybody was out. You got lucky, bro. No one thought your ass was gonna run. And my thing is I hope they lose, like literally every game for the rest of the season, as I always do. But they need a reality check. I just think it's absurd that you're doing that when we've eliminated you from the playoffs. We beat you 6 times. We've embarrassed you on Thanksgiving, embarrassed you on Thursday Night Football, embarrassed you earlier this season. I don't have words for the arrogance of Geno. I cannot stand Geno Smith. Cannot stand him. I do not like DK Metcalf. This is the time where the Arizona Cardinals are going to come in and wreck whatever's going to happen. The Seahawks are absolutely irrelevant. Irrelevant. The same way the Rams shouldn't have beat us, the same way the Cardinals shouldn't have beat us, the same way the Seahawks, same thing. They shouldn't have beat us. It was a possession. It was, Bosa's out on the final drive. It's just a weak thing to do. And it's like, you've never won anything. You suck. I think Geno Smith is terrible. I think he's one of the worst quarterbacks that the Seahawks have ever had. And I think he's one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. Go back and watch the highlights of the Niners versus the Seahawks in week 3 or week 4. The dude throws the stupidest interceptions and makes the dumbest plays. He gets sacked all the time. And so I'm fed up with that team. I just think that Arizona's going to come in. Like I said, Kyler Murray's going to run all over them. So give me the Cardinals and at least 10 points.
All right, there we go. Brandon was able to get out all his frustrations from that game last week.
No, all my frustrations on Geno Smith. I don't care about the Seahawks as a team. I think Geno Smith is a POS. I really do.
Dude, hey man, they wrote him off, dude, but he didn't write back. Dude. All right, come on.
He's a dummy. He is so arrogant. He's just the way. It's like, dude, you suck. No one's ever gonna talk about you once you're out of the league. You suck, bro. Like, it's just funny. Like, you're going to do that on our off season when we're like having 1 million people out. Like, you could not do that in the playoffs. You could not do that when it mattered. Yeah. You act like last week mattered. It really didn't. So it's like nothing was on the line. You suck, dude. Yeah. Like, it's just the way it is. Like,
yeah, Geno Smith, I mean,
doing the Steph Curry thing, that's stupid, dude. It's like, bro, you couldn't, you're not even like, don't try to, you know what I'm saying? Steph Curry's like one of the best players. It's stupid, dude. I got it. You agree, right? It was like we were watching the Cavs game, right? I was watching the Cavs game. Yeah. And there was some retread player on the Cavs that shot a 3 and did the Jason Tatum blow the kiss to the crowd. It's like, dude, no one knows who you are. NBA champion Jason Tatum's just getting started and you're doing this. Like, look what happened. So it's like, I just don't think it's going to end well. I do believe in karma, dude.
They play him one more time, right? The Niners play them one more time.
Oh, yeah, we already beat them.
Seattle, that's right. Okay, they already beat them. Okay. All right. So, 1-1, split the season series. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, this is one of those matchups, right? It's funny how the NFC West works. A lot of these teams just have the other team's numbers. It's kind of like the AFC North.
It's like teams, rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
The Niners always beat the Rams.
Yep. The Rams always beat the Seahawks, and the Cardinals always beat the Rams, but then the Cardinals, so it's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle.
Rock, paper, scissors, dude.
Yeah. So I think it's gonna be a very interesting game. I think it's gonna be a competitive game. I think we're gonna see a lot of what we saw last week, but I think we're gonna see some fireworks from the Cardinals. I wouldn't be wearing a Cardinals jersey if I wasn't gonna pick them. I'm going with the Cardinals right now. Obviously, the favorite to win the NFC West because they're in first place by a game. But anyway.
Which I'm completely fine with, by the record. Cardinals are the one team in my division that doesn't bother me. I think it's similar to how Jake feels about the Browns. I mean, the Steelers and the Raptors really bother you, but if the Browns win the division, it's like, whatever. I don't think it bothers you nearly as much as if the Steelers win the division. So it's like, if anybody's going to win the division besides the Niners, I want it to be the Cardinals.
Well, if the best nickname I've ever seen for him is Osama bin Watson. If Osama bin Watson's still there, basically destroy.
Well, let's say he's gone. Let's say it's Jameis Winston starting.
Okay, yeah, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. But yeah, I'm going Cardinals handling business there on the road in Seattle. Moving on to our Sunday night football game. We got the 8-2 Philadelphia Eagles coming off a massive victory last week, traveling to LA to take on the 5-5 Los Angeles Rams. Again, big NFC West matchups this week. What do you got for me? What do you think? What do you think's going to happen here?
Yeah, I think the Eagles are going to keep winning until they get exposed, which I think will be in the playoffs. So I don't think they're a good team, but I also don't think the Rams are a good team at all without Aaron Donald. I think they're okay. I think that both teams are okay. I wouldn't say that both teams are good. I mean, the Eagles are playing well, but I just think that you put them up against, the Lions. I just don't see it. So, yeah, give me the Eagles.
I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Eagles as well. Eagles to me, and I know, I wish we had more time. We do have more time. I mean, it's our show, but I would love for you to share your thoughts on the Eagles as well, but it's okay. I think one epic rant about a bird team is enough for one show. But Brandon loves the Eagles. Let's just say that.
I have more respect for the Eagles than I do for the Seahawks. Let's just say that.
That's fair.
They're a much better team than the Seahawks are. The Seahawks are frauds. They're a joke. They're pathetic.
But Brandon's not fond of bird teams. I guess the Falcons and Cardinals, but Brandon's not fond of those bird teams. But I mean, Philly right now, in my opinion, definitely the second best team, obviously in the NFC. Top 3 maybe in the NFL. They're getting it together. Saquon Barkley, man.
NFL, get out of here with that. Maybe top 5. No,
top 5. That's what I'm saying. Top 5. But
give me the Chiefs. Just give me the Bills over them.
And the Lions. Yeah, I guess Bills, Chiefs, or Lions.
And the Lions.
Lions, Bills, Chiefs. Right? I can see that. But the Eagles making some noise, picking it back up. Very little turnovers. That's what's keeping them in these games. Now, I know what was it? I think it was a couple weeks ago that Jalen Hurts had a turnover game.
Dude, even give me the Steelers over them too. Sorry, got to do it. And the Ravens over them. I don't like either. I think they both would beat the Eagles.
It would be it'd be an interesting matchup. I
know the Ravens
play them this year, right?
The Ravens are better than. I don't know if I think they do, but I do think the Ravens would beat the Eagles.
No, they do. The Bengals play the Bengals. Play
them. So then they do. The Ravens play the Eagles.
Yeah, so we'll see. Oh, that's gonna be a big game. That's gonna be a good game. But yeah, against the Rams, I do think the Eagles handle business on the road, especially in LA. I mean, weather's not gonna be such a factor at all. I think the Eagles get the job done on Sunday night, making the NFC West a little bit more interesting. I mean, it's going to come down to a game or two. It's going to come down to 1 or 2 plays like it does in every game, but it's going to come down to 1 or 2 plays on who wins this division. I'm excited to see it. The Eagles get the job done there on Sunday Night Football. And then our last game, our Monday night thriller. We got the 7-4 Baltimore Ravens coming off a bad loss against that Pittsburgh Steelers team. They're traveling to LA, also back-to-back LA games on primetime football. They're taking on the 7-3 Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego. Go Chargers, go! What do you got for me?
I got your Ratbirds winning this one.
Okay.
Going down to Los Angeles.
Did not see that.
Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego. I got the Baltimore, once again, you. Yeah, I don't like bird teams. Your Ratbirds are going to go ahead and win that one. So I'm just going to leave you with that.
Wow. I'm surprised. I actually am surprised. I thought you were going to go Chargers on this one. I'm going to go Chargers on this one. I think the Chargers are turning it around.
How are you going against your team? I don't understand that.
Don't even start, or we'll go right back to the Seahawks, okay? Don't even start. Jim Harbaugh, the marriage between Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert, I mean, wow. It reminds me of Alex Smith and Jim Harbaugh when he first got there. Yeah. Well, it just reminds me of Alex Smith more so because Alex Smith, right? I mean, he never had a successful season before Jim came. Jim came and he turned him into, I mean, a great quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. Barring a concussion, he would have been that quarterback in the Super Bowl. The Niners were making the Super Bowl regardless of who was in that backfield. Just Colin Kaepernick added a crazy wrinkle that nobody was ready for. But Alex Smith was going to lead that team to the Super Bowl one way or another. So barring a concussion taking him out, unfortunately, I mean, this has a lot of reminiscence towards me.
They win this game.
I mean, man.
And they have a chance.
Is he going 13-3 in his first season again?
they have a chance to do that. Not only do that, but win the division. They have a chance.
I mean,
I know that
it's
fresh, but they have a chance because they play Kansas City again. And if Kansas City loses another and they win out because they got Baltimore, obviously the Ravens, the Falcons, the Chiefs, Tampa Bay, Denver, New England, Las Vegas. A lot of those games are winnable. At least half of those games are winnable. So if they can beat the Ravens, can they do it again?
I mean, man, it would be 14-3, right?
14-3.
14-3, right? Okay. So yeah. So I mean, man, Jim Harbaugh's a hell of a coach, man. Hell of a coach. And I mean, and you know, I love Joey. I love him to death. And in my opinion, he is the best quarterback in the NFL. There is no question. And Jamar Chase is the best receiver in the NFL. There is no question. But I mean, to give up 27 unanswered points and then to fight back and get the job done, pretty impressive. I think it was 21 unanswered, and then it basically became tied. Yeah. But I mean, pretty impressive. And I mean, it shows the heart. It shows the heart and the belief that Jim Harbaugh has in his guys. And look, this Charger team is not perfect. This Chargers team isn't amazing, but they got pieces. They got weapons. They got pieces. I mean, obviously, they're going to have to go and get receivers. These receivers are not going to get the job done. I think that is going to be their Achilles heel when it comes postseason time, is they're going to be their receiving core because it's one game. It's not a series, right? You're not going to get these receivers a bunch of games to get the chances right. It's one game. And I think when you match up the Chargers receiving core against these other playoff teams, definitely towards the bottom of the list. So that, I believe, might be their Achilles heel. But I mean, there's surprises. I mean, who's to say? They're professional athletes. They can get the job done. They're supposed to get the job done. They're getting paid to get the job done. So Justin Herbert, man, looks like he is going to be a Charger. If Jim stays there for a while, he could be a Charger for, I mean, his whole career at this point. Do you think it's going to be a perfect marriage between the two? You know, Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh, right? Getting his young stud, getting his guy that he can mold, make the Jim Harbaugh guy, and really create that quarterback that he's really always wanted, that he's yearned for, you know, since leaving, right? I mean, this is the guy who molded Andrew Luck, so he knows how to get it done. This guy who molded, you know, Colin Kaepernick. So I'm excited to see what happens. It's gonna be a very interesting game. But yeah, we're going Chargers getting the job done against the Baltimore Ravens. That's gonna do it. That is gonna do it for this edition of Meat on the 50. We are done with picking NFL Week number 12. We are on to, we'll be on to our review episode very shortly here, but hoping for some good action this week. I mean, man, oh man, we need some big victories from some teams here to help us out. We need some losses from some teams here to help us out, i.e. the Baltimore Ravens, I mean, if the Raiders can do it, the Denver Broncos. We need some of these teams to start losing more and more games. Brandon, any last words for the people?
You know, just open for a good outcome this week. Obviously, the Niners are you know, their margin of error, margin of loss is pretty much nothing. So they got to go out there and, you know, win it. They got to be 1-0 every week. They have to, you know, fight like their life depended on it, because it does. So hopefully they can, you know, just not worry about what's too far in front of them, and they can just go into Green Bay and handle business.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big week for the NFC West and a potential outcome for the rest of the season. It is only one game, so we'll see what happens, but big week of football this week. That's going to do it for this edition of Meat on the 50. I am Jacob Cutler, one half of the Sports Guys. He is Brandon Sullivan, the other half of the Sports Guys. And until our review episode, Brandon and Jake, we are out.